Every year about this time, travel media and social media is filled with titles like the 10 best places to travel in fill in the blank 2024, where to go in 2024, or the 25 places you must visit in 2024, and so on. Many of these lists, but not all, encourage you to go to some exotic place that you simply must go to because it's the latest or newest hot destination. Let me give you some examples. CNN Travel posted a list recently of their 24 top places to visit in 2024 and why you should go there. Here they are. Sumba, Indonesia. Go there for remote villages, untouched forests, ancient rituals, and world-class surf breaks. Quote, it's a perfect antidote to the crowds of Bali. Okay, that's why you should go there. Another destination, Turkey's Black Sea coast region. Why you should go? It's got cooler temperatures in summer than Turkey's hotter regions. It's got ancient streets, an old monastery clinging to a cliff, and there's whitewater rafting and other things you can do there. Next destination, Tartu, Estonia. It's got culture, the country's oldest university, and the Estonian National Museum. Tainan, Taiwan. Go there because it's considered the street food capital of Taiwan. Colorful old temples and scenic sunsets. Tainan has also become a hotspot on the international stage. Okay, that's what CNN Travel says. Northwest Michigan, one that I probably wouldn't have thought would be on that list. They say Traverse City and Glen Arbor are highlights, and the area has quaint towns and rolling countryside. How about the Trans-Dinarica cycle route in the Balkans? This 4,000-kilometer route links all 8 Balkan countries. Okay, this is why you should go there. Another destination, Culebra, Puerto Rico. Why visit? Outdoor activities, snorkeling, scuba diving, kayaking, and fishing. How about Angola? Go there to experience a destination off the beaten track. Portuguese colonial architecture and spectacular scenery are highlights. Okay, all reasons to go. St. John, New Brunswick. See the Bay of Fundy and historic architecture. Other must-see destinations CNN lists are as where to go in 2024 are South Korea, Albania, Chile, Abrolhos Islands in Australia, Macedonia in Greece, Panama, Galicia, Spain, Singapore's offshore islands, Merida, Mexico, Morocco, Florida, Texas, Greenland, Fujairah in the United Arab Emirates, and Uzbekistan. Well, one look at this list and one can see that all these destinations are not going to appeal to every traveler. Culture, museums, scuba diving, bicycling, colonial architecture, they're all fun things to do, but how am I going to do them all? Afar magazine lists the 25 most exciting places around the world to visit next. They include a lot of the places you already know about, and their top 10 are Fiji, Sydney, Tangier, Texas Hill Country, Rome, Machu Picchu, Martha's Vineyard, Lamu, Kenya, Bhutan, and Philadelphia. Now, my apologies to people from Philadelphia, but if I had a choice between visiting Bhutan or Philly, I wouldn't have to think too long. Certainly one's travel skills would be different in these two places. Other places the magazine mentions are Detroit, Seattle, LA, Toronto, and Tijuana, Mexico. Well, something for everybody. Are you getting kind of an idea about, some of these things? I mean, do they just sort of pull them out of the air? I don't know. Another travel website lists places like Costa Rica, Thailand, Peru, Japan, Egypt, Spain, and Zanzibar among its top 10 for 2024. Okay, you can see where I'm going with this. With certain notable exceptions, like maybe Russia or countries in Central Africa, you might as well just throw a dart at a map to find your next travel destination. It'll probably be on someone's list. It's easy to come away from these articles and lists with the feeling that you'll really be missing out on something big if you don't go. After all, how else can you amaze your friends, or so you think, with how cool you are? But it's almost pointless. How can you get anything out of travel at all if all you're doing is zooming off to the next cool place? Today's video was originally going to be a review of where Tanya and I traveled in 2023 and what our top 3 destinations were. You'll see these all over social media right now. The more I thought about this, the more I started to think, who cares? Everybody's favorite destination is going to be different depending on what they enjoy, what their expectations are, and were those expectations met. Now, I'm not saying it's bad to put down what were the best places you saw in 2023. You can get some really great ideas about that, about places to go. People who know Tanya and me know that we travel a lot and often ask, what is your most favorite place that you've ever been? For us, this is an almost impossible question, and we often have to answer something like, well, the last place we were. Well, that answer never seems to satisfy anyone, but that's the best we can usually do. The point is, there are so many reasons travelers might want to visit a destination. Where to find the best beach? Which place had the most interesting culture? Where was the best food? Where was the best weather? Where was the best hotel? Which destination had the most friendly people? Where was the best wildlife, mountains, and natural beauty? Do we need to check this particular place off our lifetime travel checklist? So there's all reasons to go to a place or any particular place. The who has the best blank dilemma is pointless because every place in the world has its own personality or attributes, and how we react to these destinations and their characteristics can be influenced by so many variables. For example, how was our health or mood on a particular day? Who were we with? How was their mood? Did we get a good night's rest the night before? Was the weather cold or hot when we visited? Was it raining? Did we have an unpleasant or pleasant experience with someone or encounter sometime that morning? The list can go on and on. In over 50 years of travel, we have found that even when we revisit a place, there's always something different. And so are our reactions to that place. Sometimes the reactions were really good the first time, the second time, maybe not so good, and the other way around. But one thing that we found is that even the most mundane, remote, or unpopular place in social media to travel has something that makes it worthwhile. You can find something. In 2023, we traveled for a total of 164 days. We visited 5 continents, 17 foreign countries, and at least 45 different cities. We slept in the Sahara Desert, went on 3 African safaris, and walked among the penguins in Antarctica. We climbed around the Great Pyramid of Giza. We watched a voodoo ceremony in Benin, and we explored Christmas markets in Germany. So this isn't what you would call slow travel, where we could really get into the rhythm of a place. We were guilty of the very thing the best of list describes to us. Some of our destinations, like Egypt and South Africa, for example, for a safari, were check the box off destinations, something that you have to do or you think you have to do before you're gone. But we try to look at every other destination from the standpoint of what kind of connection did we make there? How did it resonate with us? How did each place connect with us from either a human, cultural, or natural beauty standpoint? What joy did each place bring? How did it speak to us? How did it resonate? And can we use this benchmark as a tool for selecting future travel destinations? Something you might want to think about. And we just started thinking about that. So here's a few examples from our 2023 trips. Antarctica. I don't think anyone can come away from a visit to Antarctica without it making a profound personal impact on them. The sheer remoteness, immensity, unspoiled nature there, and the literally tens of thousands of penguins and other wildlife will leave anyone in constant awe. Seeing pods of humpback whales breaching, and the lonely giant albatross who can stay out over the ocean for 2 years at a time. Those things are amazing and connect with us. West Africa, we visited the Gambia, Ghana, Senegal, Benin, Togo, and Namibia in 2023, all within a relatively short period of time. But my chat with a Ghanaian outdoor storekeeper sharing cooking ideas and the school children visiting her on their break to buy candy was a personal connection that really touched me. Talking to her about which spices she uses and which I use, and what do we get out of that in what we're cooking, and just seeing the wide eyes of the little school kids looking at this old white dude, me, as if I was from Mars, and getting them to share just a little bit of themselves with me was priceless. Lleida, Spain. Not a place many people would necessarily go to, but going to the annual Snail Festival, chatting with some of the people cooking up food, and having a conversation with a couple of students who were visiting from a nearby town, experiencing how this community enjoys getting together for an annual fiesta centered around barbecuing snails and other stuff was really memorable. And it's something that, will stick with us and made a connection. My point is that it really doesn't matter where you go, as long as it speaks to you in some way and brings you joy. So look at these where to go this year lists as merely ideas or suggestions, and look critically at why you really want to go there. Is it a place that simply needs to be checked off a list? Well, that's okay too. I do that. I have master checklists of countries and regions, and I diligently check them off and see how I'm doing. Or is a place where you're going a place where you can make some kind of emotional connection? Does it speak to you in some way? We hope we haven't gotten too far into the weeds in this video, but we do hope your 2024 is filled with more joyous travel and more meaningful travel. And we look forward to seeing you again in our next video. Thanks very much for watching. Have a wonderful 2024 and happy traveling. Bye-bye.